Lurching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. Going to the air right away, Lawrence. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Kareem Jackson. And they're already in the red zone. The 18-yard line is where they take over.
And part of why they came to this week with a winning record is that they feed off of mistakes like this. And now it's a prime opportunity. Just moments in the game to get a short field touchdown off of their big defensive play. Now on the other side, they were already the underdog in this one. They just made their uphill battle just a little bit tougher.
A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down. This running game so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week, and right now we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
Ball at the 8 here for second and a yard, maybe a touch less. Here comes Hamler on the jet sweep. And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's no gain on the play, and they'll remain a few inches shy of a first with third down looming. Play action. It's Wilson. Sliding out of the pocket. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Russell Wilson, his 19th touchdown now of the season. And the Broncos use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one. McManus's point after is good, and that makes the score 7-0. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And they'll bring it out to the 25 as Agnew elects for the touchback. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others. Where they think they have an advantage, dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Throwing quickly, this is caught by Kirk. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. On third down, Lawrence. He'll get this out to the flat for Etienne. And he's going to be brought down short of the first at about the 31-yard line. That one good for only 6, and it leaves him with a 4th down.
We can make this one pretty simple. Locked up all of his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked him down to force a 4th down?
Cook now on to punt as he gets this one away. And he'll get credit for a punt inside the 20, not by much, but inside the 20 at the 19-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And they have the game here followed by the open date on their calendar next weekend. And, Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really is relishing the opportunity to be on the couch for a few days.
Yeah, they certainly are, but let's face it, partner. They can't get caught looking ahead to that couch time while they're playing this one. They got to take care of business first. Tell you what, partner, you get the football in his hands, just give him a little bit of open space. As we just saw, he can make you pay.
And he wasn't the top option there, but check down turned into first down and then some. On first down, Wilson. This one complete to Jerry Jeudy. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. Back-to-back plays of right around 30 yards, and the field position has totally been flipped.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
This will be caught. Jeudy. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. Another first down as they call his number again. He's got 15 yards here. Now Wilson. Flush to his right. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. The first and goal looked like things were set up nicely, and now all of a sudden on second and goal, Charles, a big challenge ahead of them.
And you have to know when you're this close to the goal line, things are going to happen faster, so you've got to get the ball out quick. Not going to have much time in the pocket before the defenders bring pressure.
After the sack on first down, Wilson firing quickly here, and that's complete. That catch good for 8, but still, it's third and goal now.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he get a good head of steam going.
On third and goal, Wilson. Right back to Jeudy, and it's complete. Touchdown, Broncos. Jerry Jeudy from 6 yards away. And the Broncos are off to a 13-0 first quarter lead. Extra point from McManus is good. And that'll make the score 14-0. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. Let's see if they can do better here on this drive. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. This defense for the Broncos, they really played well a week ago in that win over the Jets.
And I think our statistician, we ended up having to bring the blue tent and put it around him for a while because he was developing a hand injury from having to write down all the turnovers this team forced. 5, 6, 7, 8. Absolutely unbelievable. I hope he'll recover.
Looking to throw again on second down. Lawrence. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. That's Jawan Taylor, the right tackle. Now they face a second and long following the holding penalty. second down and a run by Robinson. And he'll get this past the 20 as he gets about 4. Well, this game, the 9th that the Jags have played here in London. You might know that Shad Khan, he's the owner of both the Jaguars and Fulham in the English Premier League on the soccer side of things. And this is the 3rd of 3 London games the NFL will play this year. But there is one more game to come over on the continent. The Seahawks and Bucks from Munich, Germany. The first time a regular season game will be played there. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Able to convert on 3rd and 14. A terrific play call. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. On 1st and 10, it's Robinson. To about the 40-yard line.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
Hey, Hayward! Look at me! Get back!
From the 40 now on 2nd down. Lawrence finds his tight end Ingram. And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. It's picked up by the Broncos. And this is going to be brought back for a Denver touchdown. Well, Charles, not only did they fumble the football, but they're starting to fumble away their chances here a little bit. We've got a 3-score ball game now here in the first half.
The last thing you want to do, partner, is help the other team with what are avoidable turnovers. You want to hang on to the football because you're already playing against a good team. You're just making it easier for them by giving them extra opportunities.
Now McManus for the extra point. It's good, and before you know it, it's 21-0. 21-0 our score after 1. Now McManus on to kick this one off. Now Jamal Agnew from his end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession, but I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. And if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. 2 yards, good enough for a first. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option. You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh? So he'll be stopped here for no gain. And it's 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 29-yard line.
Lawrence with the handoff to Robinson. And here's another tackle made at the line. So they're converging well on the football now. Officially nothing on that one, no gain. So they're left with still 10 to go on 3rd down. The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Hard. Hey, stand up.
Here's Lawrence to throw. He's going to drop this underneath for Robinson. And he'll be brought down at the 34, well short of the first down marker. 5 yards, not enough. And it'll be 4th down. On 4th down, on is Logan Cook to punt. This will be fielded at the 17. It's a 45-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And the Broncos take over, first down and 10. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Well, partner, fast forward with me for a second. Remember, next week they have the open week, so they're going to get some extended rest. Does that change how they manage the rest of this one?
I think it does a little bit, but not by too much, because you're right. You get the extra rest, you get a chance to heal up and kind of, do a little bit of a reset for this team. But it's also 7 extra days to think back to the last time you were on the field. So now, a little more importance on what they're getting done, because they carry it with them for essentially 2 weeks.
Now Wilson on first down. Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack. Brought down by Trayvon Walker on the pass rush.
Jacksonville surprised a lot of people when they tabbed Trayvon Walker as the #1 overall pick in the 2022 NFL Draft. And they're certainly betting that his athleticism will help him grow into one of the league's elite pass rushers.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. The pressure really ratcheting up. They get the sack on first down, then a near sack. They got to him there just as it was leaving his hand.
Yeah, they might need to change their pass protection scheme a little bit. Maybe bring another guy into the backfield to protect the quarterback, because that was awfully close.
He's got a man, complete. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. How about that? They weather the storm of a 3rd and 17 to pick up the first.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Sacks a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Another try after the first down sack. Wilson. That's going to be caught by Judy. And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30. The offense on 3rd down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This will be 3rd and 6. Here's Wilson to throw. And going for Hamler, but this is intercepted. Picked by Chad Muma. And the Jags are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50. And, Charles, that's now 4 interceptions over his last 3 halves of football, because, remember, he threw 3 picks last week.
Starting to wonder if maybe defenses and those coordinators have identified something on tape with what he's doing. Maybe a movement, maybe the way he's moving his shoulders. Who knows what it could be? He can have a few tells out there that they're keying in on and allowing defenses to get to the football a little bit faster. People steal signals. Maybe sometimes they can figure out what the quarterback's doing just by his movements.
Lawrence's throw here into the hands of Jones. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. We remind you that coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will be alongside. He'll have highlights and analysis from Orlando of this first half of action. They'll come to the line needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Third and 2, now Lawrence. And that's complete to Etienne out of the backfield. Yeah, this is not going to be enough. Was in search of 2 yards and only got halfway there. Going for it, here's Etienne. They're able to keep the drive alive, 7 yards that time, and the decision to go for it proves to be a good one. Good spot on the field to go for it, kind of no man's land as they call it, and it worked out.
Yeah, they call it no man's land because your punter is telling you it's too short. I'm just going to punt it into the end zone. Your field goal kicker might give you a little raised eyebrow, might be too far for the field goal, so it gives you a great chance to go for it. Personally, if you have those tendencies to be aggressive as a head coach, you kind of like this spot because it gives you the decision to go ahead and go for it when you want to anyway.
And he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. Here comes the 7th play now of this drive as this is 3rd and 10. They go play action now. Lawrence. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. Riley Patterson now on for the field goal. It'll be spotted on the right hash. A 52-yard attempt. And that is no good. And this will stay a 3-touchdown game.
And now 2 problems as I see it. First, you missed the kick, which granted was a long one. But second, you set the other guys up with great field position and enough time to maybe get downfield and get a field goal attempt of their own.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. That's complete. It's Okuwebunam. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. Throwing now, Wilson on first down. He's going to drop this one down to Gordon. He's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime.
And a nice gain and a broken tackle along the way, and really we shouldn't be surprised, should we? That's what runners do, especially the best ones. They break tackles and gain extra yardage.
Play action. Now Wilson. Dancing to his left. It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's 3rd down.
The plan was clearly to challenge them by sending a blitz on 2nd down, but even the extra guys couldn't catch him in the backfield, though. He doesn't scramble for it first, but he does get the last laugh by evading the blitz and getting beyond the line of scrimmage.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Now Wilson. Flushed out right. And they're going to get this down inside the 20. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. It'll be from the right hash, and it'll be a 36-yarder. The kick by McManus is good, and that will finish off this 3rd quarter of play. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As it's time now to send you back stateside to Orlando, Florida, and check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, and we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. As they say here in London, all to play for as we are back underway in the second half. Phillips now from the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They go play action with Wilson. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Off the play fake, here's Wilson. And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it.
And this drive is almost over before it began thanks to a great defensive effort. Sack on first down, followed by an incompletion. One more good rep, and they get off the field.
3rd and long. It's Wilson.
They're going for Hamlin, but this is intercepted. Picked up by Andre Sisco.
And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
I think this is where you have to have the term situational football in your head, because this game is pretty much in the palm of your hand, and the one thing you can't afford to do, turn the ball over. Now you've given the patient a little bit of a heartbeat, haven't you? And now they're feeling it, and they're back in this game.
Yeah, still a little bit of a lead, but that makes things more interesting. We're still just in the 3rd quarter here. Extra point by Patterson, up and good.
And that'll make it 24-7.
Phillips now from the end zone.
Oh, good-looking return set up here.
And they'll have very good starting field position as he's up just shy of the 40.
The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 39-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Here's the backup now, the former Badger, Melvin Gordon. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
Well, in every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on 1st down.
2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down. Now it's Wilson.
This is Hamler on the receiving end. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line.
Simple drag route here, lined up out left and tried to work his way back across the field. You probably saw me twitch there, partner, because I think he wanted the ball a little bit sooner. By the time he looked it in, defender was right on him.
From the 40 now on 2nd down. Wilson. Over the middle, complete. That's Gordon. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 27-yard line. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs.
1st and 10 at the 27-yard line.
Again, Wilson.
Open man downfield is Judy. He's got it.
And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they're going to be set up with a 1st and goal.
1st and goal, Melvin Gordon. And he'll work his way closer to the goal line as he's got 5 down to the 3.
Quinn Miners, 3rd-round pick in 2021, called for the penalty.
A terrible spot for a holding call as they'll try again, but now from further back on 1st and goal. They go play action now. Wilson.
And that throw behind his man. He missed him. Incomplete.
Well, you know me, whether you need it or not, I'm going to give a little unsolicited advice. Just throw it downfield out of the pocket, only if you're absolutely sure. Otherwise, use your running ability and try and get those yards a safer way.
2nd down and goal. Wilson.
And the pass is caught. Touchdown, Denver. Jerry Jeudy.
A great effort there. With his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year. As his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead. McManus's point after is good. And the lead is now 24. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away.
From his end zone, here comes Agnew. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
A play fake for Robinson. Now Lawrence. And that is incomplete.
An attempt at a deep ball there, and they didn't get it. But boy, they're going to need a few of those to actually hit in order to get back into this game.
Good thing they do have a little bit of time here still left in the contest. Decent-sized deficit, but not one that they can't manage.
And he will have a Jaguars first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. On first down, Lawrence.
They'll complete this to Ingram as tight end. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
Play action. It's Lawrence.
And the Broncos get there and take him down. Bradley Chubb buries him for a loss of 11 from his outside linebacker spot.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
Throwing on 2nd and long.
Lawrence.
And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
I'm getting the sense that this offense is getting frustrated. Here we are into the 3rd quarter, and they've had plenty of opportunities to get in sync. Thus far, that hasn't happened. They're looking for answers both on the sidelines.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by Kareem Jackson.
And the Broncos will take over possession here up at the 44. Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores, but yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is a team that just threw that interception, they got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Play action, it's Wilson. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down.
Taken down for the 5th time this game. Multiple defenders there to get him. He's certainly one of those quarterbacks that can burn you with his mobility, but that time able to hem him in and get him to the ground.
Perfect descriptor right there about how they kept him in the pocket. Excellent job of containment, but they were still able to continue to bring such strong pressure without letting him escape. But how about those guys in the secondary as well? Kept the coverage tight, plastered to the receivers, and left no real options for him to throw it downfield.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second-half blowout material.
Here's Wilson.
Albert Okwuegbunam, the intended target.
And they'll get him down inside the red zone at the 14. It's also a gain of 14. First down. Now a first down carry. It's Williams. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. So both teams trade touchdowns in the 3rd as we're through 3 quarters of play. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Second and 6 from the 10.
They'll keep it on the ground. This time it's Gordon. And he gets halfway home from the 10 to the 5 on a pickup of 5.
They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Russell Wilson
with his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Broncos are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this fourth quarter lead. Extra point from McManus is good. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. From his end zone, here comes Agnew. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Facing a big fourth quarter deficit here, things not looking good. You know, this offense, though, they've been in the top half of the NFL so far this season, but in this one, well, their defense has really struggled.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
To throw again on second down. Lawrence finds his tight end Ingram. That helps the completion percentage, but not much else, and now it's 3rd and 10.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
Ready, break.
Here we go. Gotta have it. Lawrence. That's caught. It's Dan Arnold, the tight end. And now this is going to be close. The defense says they stopped him, and they did. Up the middle, it's Williams. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
The Broncos on 3rd down. They've hit on 6 of their 8 tries. Very good. This is 3rd and 8. And he's going to go down. Back at the 27-yard line. He's sacked. Multiple defenders get to him there, and that is the 6th time he's been sacked in this ball game. And he missed it. It's no good. But that's just a minor blip here in what's been a thoroughly dominating performance. Well, they can probably live with that with this late lead in the fourth quarter. That's one of the few things that's gone wrong.
You're exactly right. This one was well in hand. That kick there was more for cosmetics, you know, to add to their score. Not getting it, that shouldn't harm them at all.
Completes it to Evan Ingram. And not much happening there. He's taken down, but a late penalty flag in the backfield. Well, this looks like a roughing call. Well, that flag puts them on their heels a little bit more defensively as the officials walk it upfield.
Yeah, and they can blame the officials all they want, but bottom line, it's their own fault because, to me, that was an avoidable call. Stay focused and avoid major mistakes like that.
Lawrence hit and the ball is free. It's picked up by the Broncos. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth quarter.
You'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely. So 1st and 10 here for Wilson and the Broncos. Right at the 30. Following the fumble recovery, it's Wilson. He'll go up top here for Hamler. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
I think it's fairly safe to call this game over, but they're still trying to bomb it downfield and add to their lead. Almost makes you start to feel for the defense and root for them a little bit, too.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Wilson. He'll go up top here for Hamler. And that's caught inside the 30. And he's going to get this down near the 25.
Even with the big lead here in the fourth, it still bombs away. And frankly, It's working. Why should they stop? Go ahead and keep firing away and gaining those yards.
And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. A good response by the defense, sending them backwards after that huge gain last play. After the loss, they'll come up 2nd and 13. To throw is Wilson. And that is caught. Touchdown, Denver. Tim Patrick, 28 yards. And the Broncos are closing in on a 6-2 start as they extend this fourth-quarter advantage. McManus's point after is good. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. From his end zone, here comes Agnew. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Now a handoff to start it out. Robinson. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front. Because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Lawrence finding Kirk there for the Jaguar first. Off the play fake. Here's Lawrence. Caught on the right side by Jones.
10 more yards. Complete to Zay Jones. 10 yards.
A good gain on first. Has him set up with 2nd and just a couple of inches now from the 29. Straight ahead, it's Robinson. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. This will be a loss of 3 and now a much tougher 3rd down looming. Robinson will try to pick it up. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down. And they'll try and throw for it with Lawrence. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Broncos are going to get the football back in great field position. Now we give up the middle to Williams. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. Wilson wants to throw it. And the Jags get to him as down he goes. K'Lavon Chaisson picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. It's 3rd and long now for Wilson and the Broncos after that sack. Off play action. Wilson. Oh, and the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. Well, their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out because this one, it was over a long time ago.
A special teams mistake there, no doubt. Just 26 yards officially on the punt. And the Jaguars go on offense, 1st down and 10. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And this is incomplete. Very lucky to get that one back. That nearly picked. It's 2nd down now. They go play action with Lawrence. And he's going to be intercepted for the third time thus far.
Picked off by Justin Simmons. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. After the interception, here's Wilson. They'll roll him out right. This will be caught. Judy. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
A gain of 26 yards. Complete to Jerry Judy. 1st and goal at the 4-yard line.
Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And, partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest, the kind of performance that they're going to cherish.
So for Denver, they run their mark to 6-2 on the year.
And now it's off to Heathrow as they get set to fly back to the U.S. in a couple hours. Meanwhile, for Jacksonville, things are kind of getting ugly as they drop to 1-7 now on the year. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week.
My God, oh God, this is Son of God level. The sun, the sky, you can see the vibe. We ride the high, always on a high level. So open up your eyes better. Why these tell me? You can join the journey, you is worthy. Just allow me, no. Kicking down your door. Bloodsuckers, I see this industry is filled with sheep. People that pretend to be something that they will never be. Oh my, I just need some little old peace of mind. The sons of kings, the ghouls, the gods. The moon, the light, the fools, the facts. My God, oh God, this is Son of God level. The sun, the sky, you can see the vibe. We ride the high, always on a high level. So open up your eyes, baby. I can never be controlled. Let them know. 500 helicopters driving me gonzo. But they want you just to envy. Let them see it. I'm the first to say it, now it's time you just believe it. I got too many fakes, made lots of foes. These people cold. Talk down your dreams because they know they can't come close. Don't shake no hands, they'll steal your friends. I walk alone. I see false idols, all the titles you need to grow. I be watching mine, but I ain't like the others no more. God, I'm learning lessons as I go. You're only wasting time. Tell the devil there's a door. Praying God is only trying to test.
It's alright, man. Cool. I be going there like deposit. You don't really brag about it when you know you got it. Real hard to read a nigga hooked on phonics. Say a lot of things and never catch like Sonic. Zone, I'm gone. When I'm in my zone, I get it going Donkey Kong.
Yeah, alright, my flow sinister. This ain't rap music, this straight literature. Small-minded, all your ideas miniature. They tend to hate on you when they can't get rid of you. I ain't going nowhere, 20-year career minimum. Call Hit Boy for beats, ask for 10 of them. I don't follow trends, I swing the pendulum. If the bag